Showtime, boys. We live, man. Welcome back to another episode of Monster Trio. Welcome to episode 7 Father, Futures, and Fledglings. I got myself, the pilot here, JB the pilot. I got my other co host here. Welcome to the fold, to the flight.
What's up?
I,
Like, I
I
don't
was
know
gonna let
who was
Chris go
going.
first.
I
I,
didn't. Yeah. What's up, y'all?
I was on top this time, so I just assumed
That's gay.
Uh,
Um,
you gotta chill. You gotta chill. You gotta
pause,
Emotional,
chill.
right? Like,
pause,
You got
pause,
to chill. Hey yo.
pause,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
Pause, man. Pause. Hey, so, man, look, man, what's up? Chapter, I'm saying 1101. We ready. We read it all. Everybody here, know what's going on. We had a whole week to digest what we saw, what we learned. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give you guys the floor, but just want to know y'all initial thoughts. I'm gonna go with you, Geronicus.
Man, so far this has been just a wild ride of a backstory. To me, this is honestly the craziest one so far. To where we're not only getting just Kuma information. We're getting Revolutionary Army information, Dragon information. We're seeing Kuma go, you feel me, across the world, meeting various people, seeing his daughter grow up, but she ain't grown yet. Seeing her fruit, seeing how she got the fruit, seeing how other fruits were obtained. We got some God Valley stuff in there. Like, bro, it's been a crazy ride, bro, and it's not even over with. Not even I don't even want to say it's close to being over with. I feel like we still got maybe like two or three more chapters dealing with Kuma.
Mm.
Spence.
See, no,
Uh, I've been. It's alright. That's my best opinion. I, I'm more. It's not really the chapter. I'm just more disappointed with like the one specific leaker, and the he just overhyped this shit, and like I said, it kind of ruined the chapter
Um,
for me, to be honest. It was good
I haven't
information.
seen all about
It
that.
was good. It was good information, but the way that it, like I said, I guess the way it was getting hyped by this specific leaker, it kind of dulled it for me. But other than that, there's some good spots. I got clarification on that dragon shit that I was like mildly hyped about at first, and he's still a bitch. So I'm still watching. Um, I'm still paying attention to what's going on over there. Deadbeat dad alert. Uh, fraud watch alert. Dragon. We ain't playing around. Still going.
wow,
Still going
wow,
strong. Don't want to hear nothing.
wow.
I heard all that shit that pilot was saying. Well, you know who he is, and you know how he is. He would just say that it's his dad. I don't give a fuck. This nigga's deadbeat.
That's not how it sounds. But okay.
That's how you sound to me. This is a deadbeat, and I'm good. I'm
And he
straight.
can't be a father right now, bro. He on the run.
Hey, okay. Yeah, so I don't know
Niggas
how
on the
you got there
run
with
can't be
that,
dad.
but I ain't knocking your opinion. That's your opinion. If you want to have that, if you say he on Fraud Watch, you say he a bitch, you say all that extra shit, that's perfectly fine. I have no qualms with that at all.
Agreeing.
Is that like I think last chapter was something that everybody needed. I think we had got all the information that we I ain't gonna say all the information. I think we got a lot of information. We got a lot of clarity on things that happened. Yeah, I would say some of the leakers overhyped it, but as far as like the entire actual chapter was an actual good chapter. As far as everything, as far as lore wise, information wise, story progression. Um, uh, as far as like Dragon being a deadbeat dad, he beat all the anime dads in, especially in One Piece. Like he's literally like, if you're talking about
Yeah,
actual biological fathers, as actual watching fathers, the only person that's above him right now is Pound. That's it. Everybody else, like far as like main characters and things like that. He is the top tier father, especially with the fact that he's a revolutionary. He's the head of the revolutionary. He's the most wanted man in the world, and he still spent time to make sure his kid was good. And it was like throughout those entire times, even when he like sailed off as a pirate, he made sure he was good. He saved him from Smoker. I know you don't believe this, but he saved him from Buggy. I believe that whole log town for him actually going to the Grand Line, he was integral for him to like start his journey off to be one of the best pirates that we seen now, to be the Yonko that he is now. So like Dragon, excellent father. I think that when he was like when we as we seeing what we see now in the chapter, based on that scene where he was like, "Oh, you want to be a pirate?" He was like, "That works too." So now I understand that he was trying to make sure that he wasn't a marine. He didn't care what he did as long as he stayed and lived true to his freedom. That was good. So made him a top tier father. He made sure he took care of him. He told Kuma just like this: "Hey, if you keep talking about my kid, you're gonna have to kill me." And at this point, it's like the parent is like a child is a parent's weakness. Basically saying he would give up the whole revolution if Luffy was like like a bargaining piece. He would have gave up the whole revolutionary army and everything to save his child. W father, father of the year type stuff. No father else that's inside of inside of One Piece has shown me anything like that. So to be able to sacrifice that much to sacrifice the political change in the government for your son, top tier father.
Well, Chopper's dad was a good dad.
Chopper's dad.
Yeah, Chopper's daddy. He got a good
Talking
daddy.
about
I'm talking.
the deer that
uh,
got popped when he was younger.
Oh, nigga,
No,
his
bro.
adoptive father.
No, that's
Oh,
what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. That's why Dragon is the biological top tier father.
For sure. The only thing I would take away from him, he shouldn't have left him with his deadbeat granddaddy.
He didn't. I don't think he did though. Like I don't know if he did. I just think that it was like I think that like Dragon had a relationship with the Don and everything like that. But the Don, her being a bandit, knowing like, hey, if I say anything about Dragon or whatever like that,
Oh no, Garp,
it
Garp dropped him off to the Dawn. Because remember, he had Ace there first.
okay. I'm gonna have to go back and check that, get my facts
exactly
together.
what happened.
Yeah, Ace was there first, and then he brought Luffy around like, yeah, this gonna be your new brother. I remember Ace was dodging him at first, and then Garp just left for years, left him with criminals.
So, but what
Then
about the
after
early
that,
years?
the early years, we don't
Yeah,
know.
because he dropped Luffy off at like 7, right?
Hmm. He
So
must
what
have.
about
Oh,
what happened in the early years?
that's a very good question. I can't wait to find out. He was probably at his
Like,
mama house. You know how niggas be.
What, mama?
yeah.
Luffy
So
got a mom.
we sure
Let the
everybody
let the streets tell it. His mama dragon.
Let the
let the
streets
streets
tell it.
tell
His
his
mama is
his mama
crocodile.
crocodile. He beat up his own mama. That's sick.
Sickening.
But man, no man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Uh, we had a decent chapter, man. Especially just moving forward. I think the progression that we had got as far as like I think we're done with the flashback. I hope we're done with the flashback, just because not to say I think something's gonna be wrong or I think that people will lose out interest, but usually chapters we it's so many chapters that we need to have to bring in the straw hats back again. Of course we seen Luffy last chapter, but like chapters without the straw hats and without the progression of what happened in the future, like people are starting to look like, hey, what's going on? What's happening? What's next? Flashback is cool, great. I think we like everybody knows what's happened at the end of it is Kuma has his surgery and he becomes a mindless soldier. Do we need to see that? Mm, or is are we like jumping in straight to 1102 and then actually just like moving forward? That's what I feel. I just think we need to move forward from the what you call it stretching. Yeah, I feel like that's happening. And so I think once we get to 1102, we're gonna have half the chapter be a flashback and then half the chapter be back to the future present and then shows us what happened afterwards or to shows the straw hats leaving because Big Oda likes to skip. So
Hmm.
Don't okay. Don't do that, Oda.
he gonna do it.
Bro, don't like to make me sit through a flashback, chapter after chapter after chapter after chapter after chapter, and at minimum, I don't even at least get the payoff of how they like the finishing part of this going on. Don't cut back to this, and they on the ship like escaping. Now, like if they do it in a way where we see them escape, like we cut to them being escaping, and then the next couple chapters is
It's
chopping
a
back and
flashback.
forth, but it's like a flashback of what happened.
Yeah, that'd be
Ah,
some wild
I,
shit.
it'll be like
Wild as hell.
at least I'm getting it.
What?
And then the way that I feel like he can still progress it is if um you get the straw hats on the ship, and each like little flashback part, and you can even put two people's flashbacks together in one chapter of how each one of them, what each one of them went through to get back together on the ship. Or are we getting another moment where the straw hats split up again? It either way, but
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you just like this, and you're gonna be so mad and you're gonna be pissed off. He's finna come back, skip that shit. Just like how he did when when that whole shit happened when they was fighting against the Seraphim, and then we came back to the fight and they just fucking had York already. That's exactly what's gonna happen. He didn't stretch this chapter. He didn't stretch this arc out already long enough than what it is. We already started back.
We only like what?
This chapter,
Realistically, like
this
50,
arc,
maybe 60 chapters in.
this arc is already longer than Punk Hazard.
that don't matter to me. So then we mean Vegapunk. It's big. I don't care. Like
The
how
thing about
how
it,
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not. I'm fine if you can dish out at least another 10 just to end it properly.
no,
I
he's
don't.
gonna
I
end it there.
don't. Yeah, I don't want him to do that, bro.
We got to go to the next arc. He already didn't put that shit in play.
Man, I think this
that's true.
flashback gonna end with letting us know where Kuma is going.
Um
It, go ahead, Chris.
uh I think we already know where he's going. That's almost uh get a given at this point. It's because it wasn't Mary Joas, obviously, because he's there and he's trying to get up out of there, or
Hmm.
did get up out of there. So we know it's not there. So it has to be Egghead. I do feel like the you're right in the flashback ending was showing Kuma pretty much making it to Egghead. If we don't get that, and on top of that we get a skip, yeah, I'm gonna be pissed. That in my
Oh, what if
opinion.
he go back to the Sorbet Kingdom?
For what?
He think
Yeah.
Jewelry there, or he want
Hmm.
to die? You feel me? Or maybe it's something. You feel me? I don't want to just automatically assume it's Egghead. I would either think either Sorbet Kingdom or he trying to meet up with Dragon.
But he left. Nah, he
Yeah, he
left
left Dragon.
Dragon to go do all of this, so it ain't meeting up with Dragon. He started off. They
Oh
had
yeah, he
him. The
was with him.
Revolutionary Army had him. So it's not that.
Hmm.
It's definitely it had like Sorbet Kingdom right now don't make sense because it's like why? It's the why, and
Yeah.
then uh the only thing that makes sense is literally Bonnie got in trouble. Actually, Bonnie got in trouble. I don't even think she got in trouble. I think it started happening when she touched the bubble
Yep.
because I think that mm, this is just a theory. I think
Go
that
crazy. Go
Mm.
stupid.
this entire time that bubble was there for Vegapunk to fulfill his promise. Revolutionary Army was gonna get Kuma back. They was gonna take him to get his bubble memories, and he was gonna get all of his memories back. And he was gonna pretty much be Frankie, like a living Cyborg with all his memories and humanity still intact. While humanity intact enough, all while back under the Revolutionary Army's hands and being able to be a weapon for Dragon in the Revolution. That's why I think that bubble was there. That bubble wasn't
I
meant
got a I got a question for you.
for yeah.
Do you think that he has his memories downloaded somewhere else?
Uh
Nah, nah.
I'm not sure. That's a tough
Reason why I'm asking is because just think back to the old flashback of Kuma when he first started, and it was with Jenny. He said, if I don't take these memories, it's gonna go back to the original user." So him taking out his own memories should have went back to him some way somehow.
Yeah, but he also said after a certain amount of time, and we never knew what that time limit was.
Did he say that? Because I said
Yeah, he
it said it
said
Yeah,
goes.
he said that for the pain.
Yeah, he said that if I don't take this back, if someone doesn't take this on, because it wasn't memories, it was pain. If I don't take this on, then it'll just go back to the original user and be like 10 times
That's
worse or something like that.
that's what I'm asking. So as far as like, why haven't the memories went back to him yet?
But he never.
That's a
That's
good
the only
question.
thing I would say. He didn't. It could have been the chamber that it was in that stopped it from leaving. It could have been the time limit in which he had it takes for that, because we never got a definite on how long that process takes. And does the bigger the memory bubble thing, is it take longer for it to go back to the original user? We also, about the only thing we know right now for sure is it's probably been 2 years. That's
I'm about to say
about,
it's been 2 years.
yeah. I mean, but hey, we don't know shit about devil fruits for real.
I
And
mean,
and
that's why I posed that question because I'm like, if that's the case, then he got his memories somewhere.
but like I said, it also could have been something to do with Vegapunk, because Vegapunk knows a lot about devil fruits, and maybe the chamber that it was in, that room,
Sea
stopped it from
Stone.
being able to, exactly,
Sea
made a
Stone.
sea
Yeah.
stone and stops it from going back, just specifically for that fulfillment. Oh, I did what the government said, so y'all can't do nothing to Bonnie. Y'all can't, you know what I'm saying, XYZ to Vegapunk or whatever. And I just got stolen and brought back to the people I was with before. Vegapunk didn't help that. And then so it's all these probable, like, uh is it plausible deniability? It's all of these, or it's all of those different variables that's like technically the government. It couldn't be no backlash from it. Like, I know that's like super thought out, but like I feel like it got something to do along the lines of that. Like, the main reason being, I just think the room, as Jeffrey said, it's the room, and it could probably made us some type of sea prism or
It's
something that stops it.
Geronicus.
He said Jeffrey.
Yeah,
Geronicus.
I'm gonna call you what the fuck I want to call you.
It's Geronicus.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
funny, man.
yeah, I think that it has something to do along the lines of that.
I think Kuma on some get out shit, man.
Man, yeah, it's all the same. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get back to his true self. Yeah, it's all the same.
I think I think he has consciousness, but he doesn't have the ability to like basically like move his own body and do everything on his own. He don't have a
Hmm.
will, but he has consciousness.
Okay. Because again, I don't anything when it come to that.
Because I
Because
mean, like,
that's a huge like question. That's another big thing that hasn't been answered yet this arc either. So it's like,
yeah. So that's why I was at. That's remember what we was talking about last week when I was saying like, I think Kuma's instincts is taking over like over his body, and that's why he's
mhm,
doing what he needs to do. So
Hmm.
to re-explain everything, like just how we had got introduced to those sea beasts and how Vegapunk always was talking about those instincts and how like no matter what he does, no matter what kind of like enhancements or things like he does to those robots, they continue to exhibit the instincts of the animal. So that for me gave me foreshadowing saying like this is why Kuma's doing the things that he needs to do. And it's like he has that instinct of Bonnie being in trouble, and that's why he's on his way to Egghead right now. So it's more even no matter how you took his memories out or you took his will or anything like that, the instincts for him to protect Bonnie are still there, and it's never going to be overridden. So now, like he's able to see what's going on and being conscious of that. That also contributes to his instinct saying, "Hey, look, instead of me just constantly being a dog, a soldier, this like this of the government, I need to go protect my daughter." And that's why he on his way to Egghead Island right now.
Okay.
I'm drinking.
It ain't that. It's I'm just. I mean, the question was about
Valid
the
theory,
memories.
my brother.
So
It's a very
if the
valid theory.
question was about the memories, and yeah, that's what I'm. We talking
Yeah,
about
and
his
it got
instincts now. It's like,
a lot to back
all
it
right,
up just off the strength of the whole boat thing with how Vegapunk, did this one thing for Kuma to where he left him the ability to sit and watch the boat. How far fetched the thing that you feel he might have asked him if if something ever happens to Bonnie or maybe even Vegapunk probably got a switch or something. With if I'm ever in so much danger, I feel like something's going on, I can press a button and Kuma could flip on and you feel me, come to where I'm at.
like a fail safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of baffling me with the whole like Seraphim thing, and then the fact that Vegapunk made these things, knew what he was researching, knew what he was looking up, and he didn't have a fail safe for like the Seraphim when Gorosei is around. Is actually still baffling
Not
me.
even
Like,
just around. Like if your real intentions are to really make sure that the world is safe, you feel me? And these people do some cruel and ridiculous stuff, you feel me, often. Why wouldn't you have something in place to at least make sure you
well,
was situated?
he ain't never say his main thing was for the world to be safe.
Yeah,
No,
He
that's
no,
said
for
not.
for
sure.
he
That is
said
not
for
his thing.
science. He
He
said
is
for
for science.
science. That's
He's for
Yeah,
it.
he
science, bro.
made he made Kuma the pacifist to protect the world from pirates.
Yeah, no, but beforehand, before he even met Kuma, when he was talking to Dragon, and Dragon was like, "Why would you work with them?" He said, "It's because it's funding and it's all for science."
Right. But if you use this man's body to make bodyguards for people against pirates, I would assume that you want everybody to be safe, right?
That ain't, I mean,
Yeah,
but then
but
did we
but
not
if you
find out that there are good pirates out there, and that
Yeah, for sure.
they're used, and they're literally the people we've seen them use the weapons on haven't even been the bad
uh,
okay, except Blackbeard, the ones that they used them on have been the relatively good pirates. The one like these people ain't trying. They everywhere they go, they've helped somebody. Except
exactly,
like I said, except Blackbeard. Blackbeard's like the only bad one that they've used Seraphim on.
Right.
And
But I'm
he really
saying
wasn't there for Blackbeard. They were
in
there
the
for
same
Boa.
sense that we can, you feel me, say he might have made a fail safe for Kuma. The same thing I was agreeing with you on, like why wouldn't you have a fail safe in place for the Seraphim? If you know that at any point in time that
I
because he
these
mean,
being
people that
watched.
you just gave these weapons to can
Because
just
he being watched.
randomly want to take out anybody.
I mean, just think about this. Why did the Gorosei have the highest authority over the Vegapunks? And we seen that happen in the story.
yeah,
Over the Vegapunks.
yeah.
Yeah,
When they,
so
when- yeah,
when Saturn came down and he told them switch up, they switched up.
Oh no, the Seraphim, yeah. He gave them that ability though.
No, but I'm
Vegapunk
saying,
gave them.
yeah, he made the Gorosei the highest authority though,
Right.
and that was all due science. So where's the failsafe at? Because if that was a failsafe, we would have said, "Hey, I got this failsafe where I can switch them off." The Straw Hats literally had to fight them.
Oh no, I think we are missing it. We're all literally saying the same exact thing.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not arguing with nothing that's being said because it's
Yeah,
like,
we all
yeah,
saying why doesn't he have one?
Yeah, no, I say
'Cause-
I don't think I think he's just one of those people that's just like, oh, science is science, and that's where I'm like leading to. Like it ain't
Yeah,
about he ain't
that's what us
that's
argument switched up because you brought up him saying he wants to save the world. He never was about that for him. He
yeah.
literally
Not
only worked
save the
with the.
world, but protect niggas from pirates.
I
I,
mean, I mean, he said you said protect him from pirates, and when pirates helped him, it's
yeah,
like
Hmm.
even before that happened, pirates was helping him. So it's
Hmm.
like
I think he was a
how
pirate.
oh Vegapunk,
Yeah, I think before the O'Hara incident, I think he was
I
a
think he
pirate.
always been in science. He was just part of that. What he part of Mads?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he was with them before.
Yeah, I think all he was just a scientist in a science group, and then literally he got
mm,
recognized by the government for the shit that he was able to do, and then they
that
was like,
nigga,
okay, we want you to be the best pirate that not best pirate but best scientist that we ever had.
that nigga was King Dork in the Dorketeers. That's what he was.
King
Bro, this
Dork is
man, like, yeah,
crazy.
no, I ain't gonna lie to you. The only reason, and this is why I was we argue. I ain't gonna say argue about this, but I said this last week. I was like, that whole you gonna kill this man. I was like, I've been waiting on that. I've been waiting on him to have any kind of morals because this man didn't have morals the first time. Since we've been, you know, what I'm saying, introduced to him.
Yeah,
Everything's been science this, science
Yeah.
that, science this, and it's like, bro,
He
you're
wasn't
science.
a pirate with Mads, but they were an outlaw group.
an outlaw group funded by the government, bro.
No,
No,
the government took them
they
out,
was they
and
were
then they
funded by
pulled in.
Dufeld.
By
Yeah,
who?
they was funded by
Dufeld.
a criminal, and then the
Oh,
government
Dufeld.
took them out, and then they brought Vegapunk in.
They were
The
they
nigga
were
that was
sponsored.
on
They were
he
sponsored
was
by
on
Dufeld.
whole cake that one time. The nigga with the
Yeah,
glasses.
the nigga name is Dufeld.
Yeah.
Dufeld was the one that first sponsored them. But Vegapunk was trying to make peaceful weapons. Queen and Judge wasn't trying to make peaceful weapons. So anytime that he made
Don't
guns
forget
that
Caesar.
came out fly,
Do not forget Caesar.
man, fuck Caesar. But he was making guns that shot flowers and shit like that. So they really wasn't on that. And so with all that technology that he was producing and being able to produce, they was like, okay, he has an affinity for these things because he was better than Queen in making like poisons and things like that. And he was also better than Judge with lineage factor. And those were they two special things. He was great at all that. And Caesar, we obviously know he make weapons and shit, and that's it. But Vegapunk is better than him in that.
Nah, nah.
So his whole thing was just, man, I want to do this for science. I want to do this for science. And he ain't had no morals until last chapter.
yeah. The
That
last
that
time we saw him, yeah.
like that was the last time I was like, thank God he said something like he about to kill a man. But then when we talked to him when he was talking with Dragon, he like, yeah, I'm about to do this with science. I don't care that they terrible people. I just want to be a scientist. And it's like, bro,
Okay, do you think that got something to do with the fact that he split up his different personalities on why in Egghead we don't see him have that sense of like um I don't want to call it sense of justice, but yeah, just the sense of understanding, oh, this is wrong versus this is right. Do you feel like that has a lot to do with because each Vegapunk represents a different type of emotion? So you feel like that maybe he himself in splitting himself up for lack of words became kind of mindless consciousless because of him splitting up his different emotions the way he did.
um, I'm trying to think. If we
At least I'm
correct,
talking about future the egghead Vegapunk and how he was acting this entire time versus how he reacted during the flashback before he even had the other Vegapunks in place.
I think that his so for the future, I think reason why this morals and things are starting to come back up is based on him seeing Bonnie in the way that how the government is looking at Bonnie right now. Like, because it was like he started to actually start. He actually was like on some caring type shit
Mhm.
when when he noticed that Bonnie was in danger. You know what I'm saying?
like
And it was
like
like,
like like Big Unk type.
yeah, it was like, okay, I see you now. Like it's not like, yeah, it may. I keep fumbling over my words. So Bonnie showed up to Egghead so she can get on that with Vegapunk. If
Hmm.
Vegapunk probably didn't see Bonnie at that time, I don't think that it'd have been a bad situation, or I don't think it would be a situation where he was in there trying to be, thinking about morals. I think
Hmm.
that I think something reminded him of that because it was just like, hey, Straw Hat Luffy, they're trying to kill me, escape. It ain't like, oh, these people are terrible, nothing like that. It was just like, okay, I'm trying to escape. But once he noticed that Bonnie was there, it was like, okay, now my morals and things is starting to come back in. It's like, okay, I remember
Something you got
why.
something worth protecting besides myself.
Right, and that's Bonnie. And he owe it to Kuma because he essentially killed Kuma.
Mm, I give you that. Yeah.
So Vegapunk, a goofy ass dork. I'm finally glad that he was able to show that he has some kind of shit in him.
He
One
had
thing
some
that I
character.
yeah, like bro, his character was ass. His
Character is
character,
crazy.
bro, he ain't got bro. He was like he split into six people and he still it was ass as a person, bro. Like he was
Like
literally
just him. The rest of them. Yeah, we got you. I got you.
Y'all
We
gotta
see who
truly
y'all
like
are.
really think about it though. Like niggas that's really devoted to science really don't be caring about nothing or nobody.
he that's
Bro, them
still
niggas don't shower. They literally don't care about nothing that's going on as far as the world, politics,
but that's
nothing.
trash, man. That's trash.
Yeah, no, for
Because
sure.
no, because it's like, dude, we just seen we seen the Mads flashback. We seen how you were trying to do everything for peace. Now it's all for science now, dude. It's like, come on, bro.
I feel like I really do. The more I'm thinking about it, I think that got something to do with him splitting up his personalities, like that.
Possibly.
Him he breaking his. It's Voldemort, if you will. It's
Or crusses.
real Horcruxes, and if he don't, you know what I'm saying, without all of them, he's not whole. And once
Yeah.
he becomes whole again, if he's able to do, which I'm pretty sure he should be, he becomes whole again, and then he becomes his true self. But
So do you think that when the satellites die, those specific personalities go back to him?
Literally was gonna be my next question. Literally was thinking that in my mind because it's
I
like,
I would hope so. Is my
Because I'm
answer
I'm
to
thinking because Shaka's gone and he's good, and we see more him trying to be good than
it.
anything.
So yeah, okay. I mean, if this is the case, I like, once again, I hope so, because I think that that's important, because it was all when this story was written, it was always meant for us to not really like Vegapunk, and of course in older fashion, it's like flip it on your head, he ain't what you thought he was, and I feel like that slow progression of, him, like I said, gaining character might be what's going on right now. Uh, I'm not gonna go as far as say some wild stuff like he might sacrifice himself for
Probably might.
Straw Hats, maybe for Bonnie, but not for them. And then might leave something behind that, like you said, some a download file to be able to be like, huh, send these out, and when I die, boom, boom, it goes to XYZ amount of people, and all this information from Punk Records just is distributed somewhere, don't to certain people. Obviously, Dragon would be one. I feel like Kuma will probably be another one. After that, it's tough. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he trusts like a queen and a judge and a Caesar enough to send them anything.
What if his failsafe is if he dies, that information goes to Dragon and Kuma,
Well, or next of kin, whichever one's
or
closest.
or or to Lilith, or to one of them, because it's one of the Vegapunks is going to be with the Straw Hats for the remainder of this final saga.
Okay.
just like we had Momonosuke with us for the entire beginning of the
Yeah, since Punk Hazard, basically, yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
since
for sure.
the beginning of the new world, yeah.
So I can
Oh,
see
peace.
that, and it's like it's not too many people that know of Vegapunk. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Besides CPO, we already know CPO ain't a threat because Luffy one shot at Lucci, so we good. So like you know what I'm saying? So it's cool.
I love that. Yeah, I think that any one of them things could be any one of those can be possible right now. Um, I'm just trying to gather my thoughts and think back on any little details that I might be missing in terms of just what to expect next. I know we touched on the chapter a little bit, but like I feel like with One Piece, if you ain't thinking about what's going to happen next or the possibility of what's going to happen next, then you like doing yourself a disservice.
Hey, I just want to before you go any further, I just want to let you know Geronicus called you the Oracle, bro.
Why?
He said your predictions be spot on, boy.
I appreciate it. Um, I ain't even paying attention. I just say what I feel and then just go.
He said you the Oracle, boy. Just want to let you know. You need to change your name from more him than you, Oracle.
Hmm, maybe. Like I
Or
said, I'm
like a Geronicus Jr.
yeah, I'm never gonna be
Geronicus Jr.
never gonna be anybody's fucking junior. Um,
You got to change your name to the Oracle now.
I'm uh,
Or what was Jada Pinkett Smith character name in the Matrix?
some goofy broad that had sex with Morpheus and stayed alive longer, and because of contractual situations and things, they killed off the most important character next to Neo. But you know, whatever.
You went deep.
I'm sorry, I'm a huge Matrix fan, and that fourth one pissed me off. Anyway, um, yeah, I don't know. I'm really trying to figure out what's gonna happen next. I've been hollering time skip because, and I'm only saying time skip because Oda can basically said years ago, and has pretty much echoed this since them years that he don't even want to tell us about. Feel like telling us about Elbaf. But it feels like if we're not going time skip into Elbaf, then we're going straight to Elbaf. And it's like that's the only direction to go. But he's been very adamant about I don't feel like talking about Elbaf. I don't want to
Mhm.
talk about Elbaf. But I will say this: the great Lil Wayne has dropped us some great verses on beats he didn't even like. So,
Ah,
so
hey,
Now you
hey,
went from the
hey,
Oracle to TD Jakes.
hey. Oh, I just got something sparked in my head. Hey, what if the Kuma Seraphim assumes the role of Kuma?
fucking Christ.
Remember, they have a little bit of humanity in them,
We
based on what we seen with Boa and how she
that was
reacted to
just
Luffy.
thank you, because I was
The one they already so CP0 already brought the Kuma Seraphim back because they said this one he's a troublemaker. He acts up. He doesn't listen well.
What if the memories go there?
That's what I think. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is
but aren't the
now.
memory okay? So are the
So I
memories
think
gone since she touched the bubble?
no, 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 no. Here's the thing. Reason why I'm saying this is because the Boa Seraphim already recognized Luffy as the person that she loves, right?
Hmm.
So that memory is locked in that I'm supposed to love this person. Those instincts, when we talking about instincts coming back,
It's in
that's
our
the reason
DNA.
why yeah, it's in his DNA. So he knows of Bonnie, but it's like you get what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah,
has to
yeah. He and since he's doing this, like, why am I doing this? but I
And
feel
then
like
once,
I need to be doing this.
yeah, bro, that's what I feel. That's exactly what I feel. Cause like I feel like the government created the Seraphim because the warlords didn't listen to them. And
Yeah,
then now they was like, okay, we see the PX, the PX0 or whatever them, they are destructible now. Let's find somebody who's indestructible, which has the Lunarian DNA.
yeah.
We clearly seen that added on to those people. So I'm gonna just go on a
Even
limb
more
out
so
here
than
and say
that, they
this.
really asked for the ultimate cheat code.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Like
just say this.
there's not a better
Kuma's
soldier.
the Kuma Seraphim maybe top 10 in the verse.
We're not
No,
having this conversation, boy. We're
no,
not finna have this conversation
no,
now. If we
no.
can break it down, and I
It's
can
it's
explain.
out there,
It's
pilot. It's
not,
out
but
there.
look.
It's
Exactly
It's
not.
what you were
not.
reaching
It's
for.
not.
Exactly what you were reaching for is out
I
there.
said top.
It's like
I said top
he said
10.
top 10. It's
10?
not that far fetched. It's just it's a lot of factors that have to come into play.
He
Like
has to grow up.
you gotta grow up. Um, you can't be mindless. We talked about that. When it came to Kuma himself, he can't be mindless. Um, full control of the devil fruit that he or the power that he has. He's
Let's
already
okay,
he's
pause it. We seen
Lunarian,
it.
so the indestructible shit is already.
Here's the thing. So let's think about mastery of the devil fruit. Wasn't CPO able to poof inside of the whatchamacallit using him?
Yeah, but that when I say mastery, I'm talking about awakening too, bro.
No,
I ain't talking
I
about
no
just.
no, and that's what I'm saying. This is for a young kid. I'm not. Who's to say Kuma, an adult, didn't have that awakening? If that makes sense.
Oh no, I'm with you. I'm with you, but I just don't. It's like I can't be a hypocrite if I didn't see it with Dragon. I can't just do the same thing, like act like I saw it with Kuma. So it's like I can't be a hypocrite in that.
He thought he was paying Twan. G.
Twan, that's
He
funny.
is. He is paying, my brother. We just got through going through this. I just told you last week. I need a Kuma version of Will Smith at the Red Table Talk with Jada. That's how much hurt he is, man. So I'm
They
letting you know, man.
but I'm in agreement with you. Like if all those factors come into play, he already knew Lunarian, so that's indestructible. He was already
Come on.
damn near indestructible because of Buccaneer blood in his body. So how you double indestructible, I don't know, but you are. Uh,
Sheesh.
Buccaneers
his
wasn't indestructible. They was just strong. His daddy died from a gunshot wound. Let's not forget that.
But Kuma was known as the indestructible slave.
I thank you because I didn't want to even. I'm like, bro was getting shot at and
As
one
in
down.
as
He
in
wasn't his
cyborg.
daddy. He
As a
wasn't his
cyborg,
daddy.
he was known
No,
as
I'm
that.
doing as a person, as a
I'm
regular
talking about
human.
as a little kid.
Yes.
He was getting worked out.
He
No.
was the shield and when they fought, he was the person up
Yeah.
front. They were over there fighting God Knights. He was the person in front.
He was looking for that fruit,
He was
He
the
had it already.
person in front.
but
He
never
was
Nigga,
the
on
like
bait.
the
He was
indestructible
the
though.
bait. Okay.
Never on saying
Google it.
indestructible,
Google
y'all.
it. That's all.
All right,
Google it.
we'll figure it. We'll figure it out. Someday something the Oda will reveal these
And
secrets to us.
he's gonna get technical and it's not gonna say, well, they didn't use the word indestructible, but they used a fucking synonym, so it don't really matter. It's the same thing. Because I
Hey,
know that's what's finna happen. They
hey,
use the
man.
synonym for indestructible to talk about Kuma. But even if he wasn't, it's cool. Seraphim Kuma got Lunarian blood
And Buccaneer butt.
and Buccaneer blood, which is the blood of the giant, was part blood of the giants,
If you feel me,
who are the
like
most indestructible things we've seen in One Piece.
only person I seen kill a giant and that nigga was old was Big Mom.
And she one of them. So it's like
Like, come on, man. Come on, man. This is like That's why I feel like he can be top 10 easy, bro. Like if it comes down to it, he got everything that you need that you want in a combatant.
Yeah, nah, he
But yeah,
might be OP. Yeah, he
yeah,
might.
bro.
It's a dog fight.
You got the
It's a dog
pawpaw
fight.
fruit too.
Yeah, it's a
You got
dog
the pow
fight. He
bro, this
Toto. He Toto.
Chief. Chief. We
Getting
just seen that episode. We just
get,
seen that episode. And he
getting
has
out the jail. Getting out the
hey
getting
man,
out the
JJK fans, man,
jail.
we been eating good. We was eating Thanksgiving meals every weekend.
Oh snap! Oh my
Last
mama, he getting out the jail.
last episode was a masterclass. I'm sorry for divvying away from One Piece, but JJK last episode was a master class. Those animators in there getting struck by
Struck.
whips
Oh
because that's how hard they was working on my daddy.
my work. Animate more squares.
Chief, it was squares, cubes, explosions, everything that you wanted. Top tier, my brother.
Every freaking frame. Every frame was getting
Yeah,
worked
man.
out.
All right, man. I think we do. We look, but let's go get back to the chapter because we didn't tangent ourselves all the way away from what we need to talk about. The thing that I'm about to tell, I need Oda to explain to us in full detail. And Ron, we was just talking about this before we went live. Is how is Bonnie able to pull from different futures? And if she can pull from different futures, how many powers can she have?
Let me
Um,
say this. Let me say this, Chris. I have to go. But JB knows my stance on this. I feel like he can relate. Got to get out of here, fellas. Catch y'all next time.
Y'all say about Ron, man. Okay, Geronicus.
There we go.
My bad, Mr. Jeffries. All right, brother. See you next week, man.
I
Yes,
do
sir.
want to pose this. I do want to pose this. Before we even dive into like that. So those who haven't read the chapter, because this ain't a spoiler, we ain't reading. So if you ain't read,
Man, they better been red, man. It's
that's
been
on
out for a week
that's
and some change, man.
that's on you if you ain't read. Bonnie, in the chapter, Bonnie found out that Alpha was working for the government. She was was getting help by strong fishermen, not
Fish
fishmen,
man.
strong fishermen, not fishmen, strong fishermen. So regular humans who are really good at their job, helping her escape so she can become a pirate. And she ended up fighting Alpha, who's a grown woman. And she was only what 10 when she was 9 at this time.
She was 10
Um,
at that time.
she was 10. She was 10, and she basically used Gear 3 Luffy. From using her own devil fruit power, which was and her actual, and I want to get the line correct, so I'm gonna pull it up. Her actual the actual line that she used when she ooh whopped her goofy ass was ooh, I'm sorry, I just read it again and it gave me chills. She said distorted future, Ninka like future, and Fist got super big, gear 3, ooh wop, alpha goofy butt. And the last panel says the escape of Bonnie the hostage was relayed to the government at once, and eventually the fishing boat in search of her father transformed into a pirate ship in the new world, much like Luffy's. Which,
Mm.
in reading that, if we're not going back to Egghead after that, what more you got to tell us? Um, I I wouldn't be surprised if her fruit ain't what we thought it was, just like Luffy's.
You got any ideas of what it could be?
it we already have a fruit that can send you to the future, but you can't come back. So her having something along the lines of that, um, but it's just for your body is is the only thing I could think of. I have no real like breakdown of it. Um, I'm more and then the thing is, this is my biggest thing. This is a move that from my knowledge, this ain't even awakened. This is just base. This is
Yeah.
base. And she
No.
never met Luffy, never met Ninka, none of didn't only heard stories of Ninka at that time. And I don't think even had didn't even have a book to even have like a guide as to what she thought that was.
Yeah. I the Nika fruit is she only knew based on what she was told. And the properties of having a body of rubber to being able to fight as freely as you want is
Imagine
something that
imagination fruit.
probably. And I think that that's what it is. And you can see I don't even want to call it
Or
imagine.
like imagine maybe like or because I
No man, I
because
wouldn't even because it has to deal with time.
so it could be something along the lines of she. It's not just like
It has to
a
be like the
real
future.
future. It can be like all the probabilities of a future.
It I wouldn't even say that either because it's like she can go back in time and make people babies. So that's not a future, that's a past thing.
But we did see her turn Luffy to two different types of old though, didn't we? We seen
Yeah,
one
but she
old
also
where he was swole like Garp, and then another one where he was old like skinny.
yeah, no. So remember when she knocked the Sonic coins out of Vegapunk, he turned into a baby.
Yeah. I'm not like just casting away the past thing. I know the past thing happened. I just don't know in terms of time because do we have a time fruit? Have we seen that already? Even in a, it don't matter if it was in a OVA or a movie
No, so we did so
outside of
um
Toki.
Toki has a time fruit. Um Shinobu has the mature fruit. Bonnie has the age fruit.
But that age is like,
It's different. It's a
yeah,
yeah. So like, is it age as far as like age as in old, like age like it's like 17 years old, or are we talking about age in like the golden age or the like you get
ice
what I'm saying?
age, yeah,
That kind of shit. So it's like it's really not explained. It's not fully like flushed out. Like, but it's like, bro, it's like one of those powers that's like broken as hell. Just like sugar shit from Dressrosa, where she had the hobby fruit, but that shit made her fucking immortal basically.
yeah. You're right.
Cause she like
Yeah,
22 or some shit, and she look like a fucking 6-year-old. And she's been
yeah,
that way ever since she ate the fruit.
yeah. I need a. We gonna. He ain't gonna give it to us my next chapter, but
That shit finna be an SBS.
yeah, it's definitely finna be. I'm not finna waste my time in a chapter explaining this to y'all. Like that's definitely what he finna do.
Oh, hands down, easily, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's
And
mm,
then even in the we not gonna get it in anime. Usually anime has the canon fruit. Because anything that happens in the anime is canon. Um it's
anything that happens in the anime is canon. I
anything.
just want you to know that you said that.
Okay. Yes, 100%. Anything that happens in the anime is canon if it's said to though. Yeah. 100%.
So
Cause
Sanji scraping Drake across the floor was canon.
yeah, I don't give a fuck about Drake. Yeah.
No, I was just asking. So
Yeah,
like,
well
so
fuck
I
Drake.
think yeah, I seen a lot of people say like that added part right there. they was like, "That's not canon because it's not in the manga."
It was to let you know what was up, man. Man, how you can't say one these other anime. Excuse me, these other anime. You can say that for not One Piece.
Mm,
We miss. I know that sound. That's what you saw me fumbling around for earlier. Um, we know we know that in our manga we barely get fights. We
yeah,
get a panel and then they cut to the next thing, and we don't get nothing else from the fight except for maybe the finish. So we have to watch the anime to see how the fight went down.
right.
So
No,
therefore,
yeah, you correct. I was just saying. I was just saying. I was asking. I was just trying to be funny. I was just like, "Hey, if that happened in the anime, then you said it. You the one who said it's
yeah, yeah,
canon."
yeah. I'm going. I was going right back to it. Therefore, if we gotta wait for that to see the real outcome and how certain stuff happen, because as great as Red Rock was in the manga, and I teared up and cried when I saw it in the anime. Jesus.
Yeah.
So it's
No,
like it. You gotta put the One Piece fans gotta put respect on this anime. Even if you're a manga reader, you gotta put respect on it. Whatever happens in that anime is canon, bro. And then if it becomes, even with dialogue changes that happen, even with
yeah,
lines that are added, it's canon.
yeah. I ain't gonna say the only thing that wasn't canon was "Here Come the Star" because he Marco clearly said "Here come the stars."
Nah, boy, you heard what he said. What are you talking about? What you talk? Don't try to switch it up now. You already said here come the star. Him.
No, man, I'm just woofing, man. No, but I definitely think that we'll definitely get more and more added to it. I think that right now Oda knows exactly what's going on inside of like his ability to be able to like flesh out everything in a manga is kind of like hard to do. If the manga is 17 pages every chapter, of course it's gonna be something that we ain't gonna be able to like fully flesh out because it's not a fucking novel. It's not no other shit where we gotta actually sit down and read chapter by chapter to
Exactly.
understand the book. So with that being said, like the anime is gonna expand on everything that's inside of the manga. So with this Egghead Island stuff, oh, I for sure know that we're gonna get everything that we need.
Yes. Cause
So man, I'm just gonna say I'm really ready for this next chapter for sure. I hope it don't be overhyped. I hope it doesn't be to a point where we're like,
cause we gotta
you
wait
know
till
how
next week, right?
yeah, we gotta wait till next week. And then also to
Criminal.
hmm?
So we getting a criminal chapter.
We getting Christmas chapter, and then we also too getting a we're also getting a New Year's chapter because the during the at the end of the month they always give us a chapter early after the Christmas chapter because you know how shit goes in Japan. It's like fucking different
Yeah.
kind of holiday that goes on. So that's
Yeah.
what's up. But I can't wait till we see what's happening next, man. I'm really, 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 really trying to figure out what Bonnie's fruit is. Like Bonnie's fruit is crazy because it's like, yeah, we got told it's the age fruit, and like I said, I'm not sure if that's like the actual years old type age. I really think that's probably like time frame age, and it's like regardless of what you can do, you can push the age back to the beginning of that age or to the end of that age. If that makes sense.
Yeah. But then it's the probability, it's the probabilities of where she's pulling from, because it's like we said, we have to go back to that moment in the chapter. She said Nika like distorted future, Nika like future.
Yeah, and the
She
last time we seen
never
her,
she never seen Nick, she never seen Luffy in that Nika in that at that time. So
yeah,
it's
no,
wild.
yeah, no, and the thing about it is she's only going off description. So one of the things like when she used that Nika future, it ain't like that she turned into gear 5 and then she was, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
hit him.
no, but
She
I'm saying it's like
Think of no, but what I'm saying is a Nika future where she's trying to think of a Nika future. The only thing that she knows about it is it's a rubbery body, rubber stretches. So to say like, hey, I want to fight like Nika, to think that he was able to like stretch and then punch, like that ain't far fetched. Now she had got covered in white smoke, and then we seen her laughing and all that extra shit. Then I'd be like, okay,
But
where you
bro,
get that?
she didn't. She used something that we did not see get used for like 200 something episodes. Like this is my point. It's like you're doing this off your like, and I'm not saying I'm not trying to push the imagination thing. I'm saying she's doing this off something that she thinks. It's not even like a real future. It's like she pulling like okay, like
But
Luffy, we can use when she turned Luffy like Garp. Okay, I know Garp your granddaddy, so I think this how you gonna look when you older.
right,
And
no,
so
I'm
it's hard to explain. It's like I'm trying to like grasp on the how. Like, how did she come up at 10? Yes, I know our imaginations are crazy, but how did she come up with that specific and the way that it looked, everything?
and that's this is what I was gonna go back to. My thing was we we weren't introduced to how Kuma was a pastor, like how did he pastor, if that makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah, I got you.
We didn't know how he like fed the congregation with the information of Nika. So to be able to say that we like she didn't know anything about Nika or anything or how he was able to this, like I'm pretty sure the Buccaneers got a description of what Nika or Joy Boy looks like. So, based on the description in the Bible, that's what she was basing it off of. So, we're getting small parts that saying body of rubber, fight with freedom, and things like that. So, it's like, think about like in that those small little inklings where it says fight with freedom and her body is made of rubber. Those things you combine, it's like, okay, if he has a rubber body, I'm pretty sure he can expand his body to make it bigger or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking.
That's still
We,
insane. It's like I said, it's still insane to think about because she's still doing this just off her own thought. It's not even like a. That's the
she got a
point. I'm.
it's a broken devil fruit for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm not the where she could have got it from. I'm not even like arguing that because we're gonna find that out hopefully when we find out. It's just like off your thoughts though. Off man,
Yes.
that's what I think.
But
And
okay, okay, I'm pause you there. It sounds far fetched, but when we got the description of how devil fruits came to be off people imagination, it don't seem
exactly. And it's like what?
this is the whole this has been the whole basis of it. It's like what people dream and think they yearn for it comes to reality.
Man, this
And that's probably why
mm,
she never, you know what I'm saying, when she looked at Luffy, and mind you, this is a question that we all been trying to figure out. Why haven't she said anything to Luffy when she's seen him go into this form? Because of the use of him saying gumu gumu no. He not saying anything else. When he refers to his fruit and when he refers to it, he just says gumu gumu no any attack. So it's like it could be a rubber fruit. And it could also be a hito no me fruit, because we also too was told that devil fruits have an upgraded version of themselves.
this thing is something. uh I'm also this probably another reason why she never really said nothing to him because she is 10 and this is pretty much somebody she idolized more than her father because her father idolized this specific being and you're pretty much the closest you are that thing but you're the closest thing that I'm getting to this and that's like god like it's like a kid born in 2000 meeting LeBron or playing on the court against LeBron. It's essentially like, dude, like I'm gonna play, I'm gonna be a part of this, and I'm gonna give my all. But like, bro, I'm starstruck right now.
Mhm.
So, and then too, all the other things that she was there for. It's like, hey, like I see what you doing over there, but I'm here to avenge Papito. So all that amazement that I'm ready to have got to get put on the back burner. Then I get all these memories, and I see the dude who pretty much responsible for all this stuff with my mama and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's more put on the back burner now. And now she filled with a childlike rage and frustration that she ain't even thinking about, folks. When the time come, no, we gonna get that.
No, but my thing, like, I just, yeah, I know, and I'm just, it's questions, just questions, because I'm like thinking to myself, like, even when they had that conversation, when she was like, he was like, you were crying all last night. You good now? She like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm great. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? And like, mm, but she's seeing Kuma's memories.
Yeah.
So how we seeing that he saw Luffy do the Gumu Gumu no X, like, come on.
I said, yeah. It's still a lot. I think for her and her age, it's a lot for her to process still too. It's insane. Like she essentially had, I'm gonna call it a night, uh, a few hours to try to process, and then you pretty much had to go get busy. So like I think it's yeah,
For sure.
it's a lot going on mentally, and even when she stabbed Saturn, she was still crying. Even when she
Yes,
stabbed Saturn, she was still crying. So it's like I'm this gonna be a good SBS explanation as to,
I got a
and I
question
feel
for you. Do you think she's more happy now that she saw, like, remember how we was just talking about the fail safe that Kuma possibly has?
mhm.
Do you think that she's more happier now that she saw the fail safe, that she
Do
potentially
you,
saw the fail safe that we're thinking about?
do you think there's even a failsafe? Because I don't think it is. I think you said something earlier and then you didn't say it again. He don't have fail safes because he was being watched and he knew he was being watched. So he could not put anything in because the moment he tried, it was over with. So
Yeah, no, and I reason why I'm asking is because he spent 2 years protecting the Sunny.
yeah, I think
So
those little things. Okay, so you talking about, so him seeing all of her seeing all of that? No, fuck no, she's not. Hell no, because at the end of the day, I lost my dad because I got a disease from somebody who y'all are protecting for no real reason. He raped, beat, and kidnapped my mama. I'm the
snap,
product. I'm a product of that.
you snap, Tekken, you snap.
But I'm just saying, I'm a pro. This is, you got to think, this stuff she saw too. It's
Yeah,
like she's a product of that. She's literally the product of her mother's pain, but in the same sense, her love too.
hmm,
Because her mother didn't hate her. Like it wasn't like a toss this baby. No, her dying breath, she was still holding her close. So
right.
it's like she's thinking about, it's all of these things that she's thinking about, and it's like I can't be happy or even mourn properly until I get rid of this man right here.
Mm,
I'm mad at Vegapunk at first. I understand because of the memories why you did it. My father asked you to do this. Okay, where is my anger gonna go next?
the person
Oh,
that caused everything.
Exactly.
which
Oh,
is
Saturn. Oh, it's you. This is the person I need to get after. And I know if I let you go now,
yeah,
ain't gonna have no other good chance. So right
makes
now
sense.
she's still pissed. And then she's gonna be more pissed because he ain't finna die. He ain't finna die right now. He ain't finna none of that's finna happen. She's gonna be more pissed. Kuma shows up and then attempts to and then pretty much sacrifice herself. She's even more mad.
What do you think's gonna happen to Saturn once the Straw Hats get away?
To him, uh we talked about this. He gonna go back to where they at. Kizaru gonna take the fall for all of that
Do we think
because
he's a betrayal?
I don't think betrayal even becomes a thing until he starts to realize, oh, you finna take the fall. I'm finna take the fall. I
Yeah.
feel like now he's. I would not be surprised. Oh, oh God, that's bad taste in my mouth about what I'm finna say. I wouldn't even be surprised if along the lines of him joining up with Kuzan and them
Oh,
because and that has a lot to do with um just looking at you got to look at both sides. Yeah, I know who Luffy is, but Kuzan was a trusted friend of mine, and he's over here. So I'm gonna go over here too, and then maybe hopefully we find out that like, hey, no, Kuzan just a part of Sword, this, that, and the third. Uh, maybe Kizaru this whole time was a part of Sword. Anything.
if he's a part of Sword, I see Kizaru and Fujitora linking up and doing their own thing. Like, I don't think that they will be trying to combat the Straw Hats or anything like that, or
Mhm.
try to like stop like them for doing whatever like their end goal is. I think that Fujitora and Kizaru recognize that the Straw Hats are good pirates, and then they're doing more good for the world than bad.
I don't even think they care that they pirates. They're good people.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying like that they look at them as like good pirates. Like this is what the world government feared the most.
Because
Good pirates. And
they
so
don't
it's
fit
like,
the propaganda.
yeah, and it's like if we're constantly celebrating, like obviously if we said, hey, the Straw Hat Pirates was the one that made the that freed Alabasta from Crocodile's evil reign, what kind of information would be put out distributed across the world? It's like they good pirates, they save people, so they're gonna be held as heroes. Whereas the Marines ain't held as heroes no more because the Straw Hat Pirates are the ones taking care of everybody else. If you in trouble, the Straw Hat Pirates are gonna save you. That's gonna be the thing that's gonna be out in the world.
Like I said, I could see them. I could see them linking up in terms of like the what. I don't know because um, it's a lot of Fujitora that needs to be like asked and shown because of like yeah, we've seen how he talked about Luffy and how he feels that he wish he could have seen him.
Mhm.
But mm, it's just too like how devoted is he really to being a Marine? Like maybe it ain't like that. Like, okay, yeah, I know this, that, and the third, but at the end of the day, this is my job. Like just like kinda how Kizaru is being. It's like I don't want to do all this, so can we just do this the easy way? So
Right,
I ain't gotta fight and I ain't gotta hurt nobody for real, blah 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 blah. So it's like
right.
how uh he finds out, okay, Kizaru comes to him, he has this conversation. Where do you see Fujitora just being like, look, yeah, I got Kizaru right here, come get him? Or is it like,
I think that once Kizaru have a conversation with him, Remember, we got to go back to that superpower that Luffy has, the power to bring people to his sides. Fujitora actually went and said, "I like you, Straw Hat,"
Yeah,
and he responded back, "I like you too, old man, old son, whatever the fuck you want to say." Like that's a conversation that like is going to bring them together. Like I don't see Kobe going after Luffy. I don't see him trying to stop Luffy to do anything. I think they're gonna have a relationship like Roger and Garp. Garp knew that Roger, regardless of what Roger did, it was for the best interest of people. So it was like,
yeah,
I know we can make the right things happen if he pulls up. And that's how I see Kizaru looking at Luffy. That's how I see Fujitora looking at Luffy. That's how I see Kobe looking at Luffy. If if we say Luffy is there, he's gonna change for the better. And that's why it's like everybody's drawn to him. Everybody's gonna go, side with Luffy because Luffy morals, like he ain't trying to be a hero, but at the end of the day, Luffy know right from wrong.
he trying to do right and not be the person in charge after. He don't
Yeah,
want.
no,
He
he don't
ain't
care
trying to rule. Yeah,
because it's not for him. It's not about being the ruler of the sea. It's not about conquering things. It's not about that. It's about living as free as possible and being able to live the life that you want to live. And like we seen that with Tama. His main thing was I ain't finna save the country. I'm gonna make this a country that where you can eat as much as you want every day. But that also included saving the country. You get what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
that wasn't his initial goal to say, "Hey, I'm gonna just stop Kaido's evil reign." It was like, "I'm gonna beat up Kaido so you can eat all the food that you want to eat."
Well, okay. Well, technically, it was to be there to kick Kaido ass,
No,
but
I'm saying,
he
I'm
saw
saying
he.
the main part about it was he really got pissed at Kaido because old girl couldn't eat as much as she wanted to.
Yeah, yeah, and then the fact that she was sharing her last with him, and she, yeah, that was the biggest thing. Like, yeah, she shared the last that she had. She saved up all this money for a birthday meal that she didn't get to eat.
All that rice. She gave him a bowl of rice and he was like, "Man, I'm hungry." She like, "Here, you can have this. Thanks for saving me." And that was her rice, my nigga.
Yeah,
So that's kind of how I'm seeing that like Kizaru and then like the Navy Arrow's gonna go because I'm just thinking in my head like based off what Dragon wants to do, he doesn't want to completely like he doesn't want to dismantle the world government. He just want to overthrow everybody that's currently inside. If the world government was doing the things that they needed to do, he wouldn't have a problem with the Marines. He wouldn't have a
hmm
problem with everything like that because it's like the world government is using their corruptness and cruelty to harbor over the world or keep control of the world, which is not fair. It's like you get these group of people, which is probably like 40 people, maybe the celestial dragons at most like about 40, 60. I don't even think it's like a huge number of celestial dragons. So for them to have all the power and for them to be treated well in for no apparent reason because they're the 20 families and they get to do this and that, that's asinine. That's insane. So yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's like, hey, Kizaru, you can't come back until you catch Straw Hat Luffy. And he don't want to.
I don't even think it's that because you basically giving two dudes the same fucking mission, because they did that to Fujitora.
Like,
Um,
but he ain't go do nothing.
exactly, but I think it's just gonna be slightly different. I think it's the difference is just he's getting blamed and like it's gonna be like some type of you finna get executed, like you gotta die for all that's happened here because of course they got stabbed on your watch. Um,
I can see
and
that too.
so because of Gorsay got stabbed, hey, you gotta go. Devil Fruit stops this man from getting executed. He light beams the fuck up out of there. Uh, where and then the where is the question. there's a litany of places he can go. None of which make more sense than Fujitora. Even my Kuzan one don't really make too much sense, but it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? There's plenty of possibilities. There's this guy named Anil who's still out there that we don't know where the hell he's at. So
Mm, did we get ever get where Kizaru was the place where he was born?
not to my knowledge. Not
Okay,
to my knowledge. We've gotten quite a few certain islands, but we don't know what them certain islands are.
okay.
So
I just yeah. That would be my next thing. He would go back home.
home, maybe. What about to Marco and them? You know what I'm saying? It could be. It could be. It's so many.
Because I'm just trying to think of what Marco's doing right now. Is Marco gonna go save Weevil?
He's back on. He's back on. From my knowledge, he was from the anime. He was going back to a island.
Thanks.
Yeah, so it was back to where he was at, right?
Yeah,
To
that's
protect
Sphinx
the
Island.
village.
Yeah.
And so I think, yeah. Other than that, I think that's where he was at. And, but in the manga, did we get him going after Weevil? Like, did he say he was gonna go save him?
Mm-mm. I know that Buckingham Stussy, the old one,
The
was
real
was
one.
like
Yeah.
one that was. She was like, "You need to go save my Can you go save my kid?" And she was basically saying like he was Whitebeard's son. You could ask Vegapunk. When she said that, I was like, okay, I get it. I get where she's trying to go with this now.
Oh no, my bad.
No, you all good, boss man.
Uh, because I typed in where's Kizaru from, and that's a like Japanese hip hop rapper. So it popped up some not even Japanese, but some Spanish hip hop rapper. And talking about he from Barcelona. I was like, yeah, no, that's not that's not the person I'm talking about.
Google always.
Uh in North Blue, that's what we have. He's from the North Blue.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that's big.
Mm. Oh man. Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
You care to elaborate on that for the people, please?
Damn. 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 No, that's so Northlu is where the German double six resides, and that's where they conquered at. Shit. Shit. What fucking kind of backstory is he finna have? Fuck.
Who is this gonna be insane? We don't need another backstory right there. We
Man, this older man, older got us. I already know this man got a fucking sad backstory, bro.
for an admiral, please. This is gonna be the saddest. He spit on a dog and kicked it type sadness. Like it's gonna be a tear fest.
Feel it.
That's that's exactly what it's gonna go on with a admiral backstory because Oda loves the admirals.
Yeah, he actually he fuck with them heavy,
I knew
heavy.
his favorite character in the whole freaking verse.
You know
I
why I say
believe.
it's Sanji,
Hey,
man.
it is what it is. It's a personal opinion. I think he does like Sanji. I think Sanji's in his probably top five for sure. But
I
like
think he no, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
he
Him
did get
saying
the most fleshed out backstory though of all
he got
the
the, he got the most fleshed out backstory. Then he went out in public interviews and said the year like Whole Cake Island was the year of Sanji. We don't have a year of Luffy, a year of Nami, a year of Zoro, a year of nothing.
I mean, this whole shit about Luffy, so he don't need a year or nothing at
No, I
all.
get that. You know what I mean, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He's the main character. Of course, he don't need that. But we was talking about other characters. Zoro, he gave Zoro backstory in the SBS.
down
Unnamed
these
mother,
stairs.
unnamed mom, unnamed grandma. Like
But now, see, and even touch on that. Now it's starting to be like, hold on now, it's he might be from a lineage of them niggas over there. So now it's starting to look spicy now. But for a while, it was just down these stairs, and that's it.
that's it.
Yeah,
I mean, him being related to the sword god, that shit was that shit was given.
no, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It just was confirmed. That shit was given. Everybody kept
No.
saying, "Real no Zoro, just like such and such."
Yeah, but that's after they saw something. I'm
Real no
talking
Zoro,
about hindsight. Hell no. Hindsight. Hell no. Hell no. Like
he's hindsight. What?
hindsight. Hell no. He wasn't like well not hindsight, but like if you talking back then, hell
Yeah, I
no.
mean, even still,
Up until we started seeing silhouettes, now we trying to put the pieces together. Like
bro,
oh yeah,
I'm trying to tell you right now. Everybody beforehand, Monsters was already out beforehand. Monsters was his first one, so people said, "Hey, Zoro looks like this dude in your Monsters thing." That's when he went out and said, "Monsters is a prequel or prequel thing to One Piece." This was long time ago.
uh-huh.
We knew. Now what we didn't know
Well,
was my boy was a cyborg. We ain't finna
whoever
get. We ain't gonna go back
whoever
and
the
forth.
whoever the fuck we is, but all right,
We nigga.
have at the. I'm not.
Oh man. All right. So give me a rating, man. Because I ain't gonna drag this out. I already know you want to get time to yourself.
I'm just gonna go lay down, bro.
You
Um.
all sad like that, man.
Uh. Like I said, chapter wise, I mean, it's not like I think the chapter is bad. I don't think the chapter's ass. Like I said, it's mostly just got diluted because of unnecessary hype, um, or misconstrued hype, I should say. So, not a chapter for me. It's a 8. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't cause as good as it was and the information we got, I'm not in agreement with the story progression part of it. This didn't progress the story at all. The story right now is what's going on in Egghead, and nothing progressed from that. We did get great information from that chapter. We did get um even more talking points as you heard us talking about what's going on with Bonnie's fruit, what her fruit really is. Um, we got another great talking point, and with in the very beginning of the chapter with Dragon and Kuma seeing the Gomu Gomu was that battle axe that we seen them use on Arlong to finish him off, and we even hear Luffy at 16 say like, "Hey, I'm gonna use this on a really strong person. I'm not gonna hold back." And as well as I don't know what you want to call it, but like Luffy like even having the not foresight, but just even having the ability to sense that Kuma was there,
Right.
because Kuma's demeanor changed the moment the snail rung. Um, and then hearing, like you said, Dragon say, like, hey, if you keep talking, if you want to see me kill. And then, as I had said last week, I feel like, you know, my boy Kuma put two and two together and was like, oh, okay, that's your kid. I understand now because of how he has all the things with Bonnie going on. And
Hmm.
he's like, I'm gonna digress and leave it alone. So I think that's huge. We getting back a little backstory on more backstory on Bonnie as she was younger and how she was able to escape the island she was on, for which I think she was just a sorbet. So how she escaped the sorbet kingdom to become this pirate, and her little ship transformed into a big dog ship out there, just like Luffy's ship. Uh, in which, if we're being technical here, she did it at a younger. She started at a younger age than Luffy. Um, she's nowhere near an adult. She's about 12 right now. Our current time, she's about 12. So all of those little tidbits was great. That's why it was like eight, 8.5. Um, I don't what would have made it a 10. Getting back to Egghead. If I finish this off with something and we're back at Egghead, this is a 10 chapter for me. But
Okay.
yeah, I don't know where we're going right now.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean, I feel you. I as I told you before, I think this is a very progressive story part. I think there's a lot of questions that have been asked in the past has been answered through the flashback and things like that. I think we got more understanding about what's going on between Bonnie and Kuma, and then why everybody's doing what they doing currently now, as far as like
mhm.
Vegapunk, Bonnie, Kuma, Sentomaru, Kizaru, things like that. We're starting to learn a little bit more. Um, the only thing I feel like we didn't get explanation on is obviously was the how her powers work. Uh, that's the main thing that I would say that's a knock for me. It's just like, okay, how can you pull this stuff out your ass? It's cold, yeah, but it seems like an ass pull.
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah, no. Overall, I think I think it was one of those decent chapters. I think for us, or for me more so, I think it was like, we need a little bit more action. That's just that one punch between her and things like that. It really didn't give me much. You know what I'm saying? It's just like one punch and one knockout, and then she was ready to go. And it's just like, okay. So hopefully in, chapter 1102, we get, the end of the flashback and we get back to the present. Hopefully Oda doesn't skip, which Oda normally does. I'm just convinced that he will skip over everything and will be like on the way out, selling away. Like it'll still be some action, a little bit of action here and there, but I don't think it'll be the full action. I think we'll get that in the flashback about like I think it'll be more explained than anything.
I try not to. I'm gonna try not to break and throw my phone if that happens, because I really hate that idea of like whenever we get back to Egghead, that's the first thing we see. Like we done came this far. Um, we've been hollering final arc this, final arc that, and yes, I know we on our way and need to get there, but One Piece has always been about the information, and if that information isn't like, I'm not saying it won't be given, but like something like that, something like what happened, how they escaped, is too huge for us to like. If it takes more than 10 chapters for us to, nah, I'm backtrack 5 chapters for us to
Mhm.
find out. Nah, bro,
I mean, yeah, but um,
I'm not
telling
going. I don't gotta accept the shit just because it's older like everybody else do.
it's no, it's not going to be accepted. I'm just telling you, like I think that's what's going to happen because even
Hmm.
with this explanation, how everything happened, we went from the fights between S Hulk, Luffy, S Bear, and all that, and it just popped up Zoro with a sword in front of York face and Robin's
Oh
fucked up.
yeah, yeah.
Like I don't it doesn't fail me to say that this man is not gonna skip that shit. So like I said, I'm prepared for him to skip it. If he doesn't, great. If he does, I expect this already.
Oh god, I ain't
But
prepared
all
for
right,
shit.
everybody. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. Man, it was a great time with y'all today. I had fun. We had good talking points today. I think, man, we went on several tangents, but ultimately we got the discussion part down about the whole chapter. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys got any thoughts, any predictions on what's gonna happen next chapter, feel free to drop a comment. Feel free to hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe because we got more and more content coming up on the way. And then also for everybody that's been viewing and has been liking and subscribing, we're doing a giveaway. We're on the road to 100 subscribers. Currently, we have 45 right now, so I'm going to do a giveaway. If you want to be a part of that, the giveaway, I will be having a video posted with the rules, things that you need to do, and what you how you can enter and when you will be receiving your prizes if you do win. So with that being said, follow your boy at JB the Pilot on YouTube. So like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at JB the Pilot. Follow me on Twitch at JB the Pilot. The E is a 3. And I'll catch y'all boys on the next one.